We got something interesting going on today, maybe a little bit different than usual. I bought myself a 10,000 pound load cell. Now that's essentially a scale. You can test weight either by lifting something or in this case pulling something. So I've got it all hooked up to Johnny and hooked up to Johnny 5 on this end. Now at the far edge of your screen you'll actually see the display that shows what it's currently weighing, in this case how much it's pulling, okay, measured in pounds. The objective here is to see how much Johnny will pull. I don't want him to spin his wheels, so I've got the full 560 pounds of weight back there, plus cheeseburger ballast in the seat, plus rim guard and the tires. If you don't have rim guard, you ought to get it. Plus 200 pounds of weight on the far front end. That's just because I had 2 extra 100-pound weights laying around and I grabbed them and set on the front. I don't want the front wheels to spin. I don't want the rear wheels to spin. I'm going to do this test in 4-wheel drive. I've got the meter set to show the peak reading, so even if it backs off a little bit, the reading will never go down. It'll show the peak. I'll try to make sure not to jerk it because I don't want a sudden jerk to be an outlier on this. I'm going to position you so that you can see the meter, I can see the meter. We'll do the pull first in high range. Okay, the meter reads 0 now. I hope you can see it. $979 pounds at idle. Let's go full throttle. £1,063. Now I had forgotten to put it in 4-wheel drive and I still didn't spin the rear wheels. We've got pretty good traction today, and I think with all the ballast I've got on here, that's a good thing. I pushed the pedal eventually. I went slowly, but eventually all the way down. I would have preferred to have seen it eventually kill the tractor, but it didn't. Let me know what you think about that in the comments section. Now, I'm not going to reset it. I'm going to shift to low range, and we'll repeat this exercise. There's no need to reset because it'll be much higher in low range. Should be obvious, right? First, I'll try it at idle again. It almost killed the tractor. 1979. Let's go full throttle. $2,172 pounds of pull. Okay, this tractor's got 99.6 hours on it. I'm not due for a hydraulic oil change and filter change until 200 hours. The book used to specify a 50-hour hydraulic oil and filter change, but they've removed that. But I'm curious. I want to see what it looks like in there. I want to see what that screen looks like. I want to see if there are metal carvings and shavings all over that screen. And then, after cleaning all that up, putting in the new filter, putting in new oil, I want to repeat this test. What do you think? Will it be different? Okay, now we've changed the hydraulic oil. We washed the tractor. I don't know if that makes it relevant or not, but that's the only changes we've made. We've got new hydraulic fluid, new hydraulic filter. We cleaned the screen. You can see all that in a separate episode. Now we're going to repeat the same pulling test we did before. We're hooked to Johnny 5 behind the camera there. We've got the chain all connected here, and we've got the load center display right up here. We'll set it to peak hold, just like we did last time. And I'm wondering, is there going to be any difference? Now, there's a little difference in weather conditions. It is cooler this evening than it was the afternoon that we did the first half of the testing. Didn't get to all of this in one day. I'm not sure if that has any impact. The tractor is warm. I've had it warmed up here for a while. Let's see what happens. We're in four-wheel drive right now. We'll start in high range just like we did before. We got to 1050 at idle. I believe that's more than before. So 1134 in high range. Let's see what we can do in low range. $22.14 at idle. $24.63. Low range, four-wheel drive, new hydraulic fluid, new filter, and nothing on the hydraulic filter screen. Again, the temperature's different. It's hard to have the test scenario be identical, but this is as close as I could get. While we've got the test set up, I want to show you one more interesting aspect. I'm going to remove the peak hold and allow the camera to get a little closer to the screen so you can see for yourself. I'm going to push the hydrostatic drive pedal down slowly. There's been a lot of discussion online in years past, at least, that you don't get any more power, you don't get any more pull when you push the foot pedal all the way down than when you push it just a little bit. Let's see if that proves to be true. Okay, so this is really poor man's science, right? We don't have lab type settings. We're not able to test this nearly as purely as, say, a manufacturer would, or some more sophisticated testing. But I believe what we saw right there was that the further you push that foot pedal down, the more power you get. And that surprises me a little bit. I never really noticed that in the field. I always felt like when I pushed it down, it would just bog the machine and not really get us any more power. But I feel like on those tests there, we were seeing at least another 100 pounds in that last inch or so of travel of the foot pedal. Also, unless the environmental conditions play a larger role than what they seem like they should to me, changing that hydraulic fluid and getting that clean filter, getting those shavings off of that screen, it looks to me like it's helped us. It looks to me like we have a little more strength in the tractor after we've done that. Be interested in hearing your comments on these things. I just thought this would be kind of fun to try. We really do appreciate you tuning into our channel, and thanks for subscribing, and let us know if this type of episode is interesting to you. We'll see you next time on Tractor Time with Tim.